That was my bad. That was my bad. I totally forgot to plug in the microphone, but we're good. I can see that it's working. So once again, hello everybody. This is my first time being able to actually, you guys should be able to hear the sound. This is my first time being able to I can hear myself. This was my first time being able to schedule a live stream. So I totally was able to pull this off and let you guys know ahead of time that I would be here, because a lot of people tend to get upset when they miss the live streams because they know stuff happens. And we actually have a lot to talk about today. And I know some of you have questions. Usually when I do a live stream, it's kind of like a fun get together and we're just BSing and talking and stuff, which we still will do. But there's blood in the water and my name is in the mix, and I mean, by all means. So some of you saw the recent video. Oh, you guys are scared. I'm like, New Year's, what? New Year's is in a couple more days. Slow down. We still got a couple more days of 2021. All right. The recent video for TYT, the news network that had a lot to say about Miss Universe, you guys made noise. I sent out a request to the pageant fan base that we put aside our differences, regardless of what country we come from, what our petty differences may be. We come together in support of the world that we all cherish, right? Because we all care about the pageantry and pageant queens, no matter what type of rivalries, countries, whatever disagreements we have within our little dramatic family. We're still a family and we still protect the family. So I sent out a call to arms, because this very powerful channel on YouTube, was calling for Miss Universe to be banned. Okay, they weren't expressing a simple opinion that they didn't like pageantry for specific reasons. They were saying pageantry should be banned because it's misogynistic and it's antiquated, and a lot of the excuses they gave in were moot. They weren't valid because they were basically saying, you know, pageantry is only for like the glaring eyes of men and whatnot. And you guys know I had words, and so did a lot of you. As I said, we went to the battlefield and I gave you guys the link and I said, by all means, let them know the education that they're not having. Well, we have updates. Miss Anna Kasparian has dropped a Twitter message that got back to me through some of you guys on my Instagram, and I have it here with us, and I'm doing a lot better when it comes to this whole streaming thing. So this is my Twitter account, and this is the message. In response to all of your complaints and education about the way that she spoke about the queens and the pageant community in general, she said, "I think beauty pageants are dumb, and all the people getting mad at me for feeling that way make me laugh. Sorry, beauty pageant police. I don't like what you like. Crying won't change it." Now, I do have a response right here, and I basically said, as it's written, we didn't ask for you to join the fandom, Anna. We just asked for you to keep your ignorance out of it. We will not tolerate the disrespect, and I will still be policing the gates next year. So you know. Now, Anna's making it seem like our issue collectively with her is her opinion that she just doesn't like beauty pageants, right? She thinks they're dumb, which that's not why we're upset. And I expect someone that has some sort of public reputation and someone whose job it is to speak on their news network to know a little bit better than that. It's very obvious that the issue that we took with her was her getting on her platform of over 5 million people who are not connected to pageantry and telling them that it should be banned because it's misogynistic. We had an issue with her saying it should be banned. We had an issue with her lack of knowledge on the purpose of pageantry and the work that's put into it and what it means. She knows nothing of pageantry. And yet in this little tweet, she's making it seem like our issue with her was her opinion. And I just have to say, just in case, the people that work for TYT, since they want to respond, hopefully they're watching. We don't give a damn about your opinion, okay? Don't give a damn. Everybody's got an opinion. Just like everybody's got a butthole. Yours just happens to be a little bit dirtier than the rest of the world. That's what we had an issue with. You can decide through your own opinion that you don't like pageantry, but What we have an issue is you going out of your way saying it should be banned for invalid reasons. You're saying, oh, these women are up here in string bikinis for the viewing pleasure of men. Look, I'm trying so hard not to cuss, but bitch, there is so much that I do that is not for the viewing pleasure of men. And to assume that everything women do is for the viewing pleasure of men, how is that not misogynistic? We can't be sexy and feel good about ourselves without it having something to do with men. You telling me, like, so every time I decide to put on a bikini and walk around, go anywhere, regardless of if it's a beach or a pool, sometimes I just walk around and I look damn good in a bikini. I'm doing it for men? Her ideas are antiquated, and it really pissed me off because I'll have you know, at this time when I made the video, I was still subscribed to TYT because I'm not reactionary. I do give people space to make mistakes. I give people space to do things that are wrong. I give space for me to disagree with someone without completely disowning them. So I didn't immediately unsubscribe from TYT because I'm like, okay, in this instance, she's out of line, but this is a misstep. And I don't just dump people because we had an argument or a disagreement. I've had plenty of arguments with my mother and family, and I don't just not love them. But after I saw this message, done. I am no longer subscribed to TYT. Because I may have a disagreement with somebody, but you damn well better make sure our disagreement is based on logic and fact. I never expected a so-called reputable journalist to give me or the public the excuse of, I think beauty pageants are dumb. I just think they're dumb and I don't like them and I don't care what you have to say about it. That is the type of vocabulary of a 5-year-old. Like when I ask for an explanation from a 5-year-old of why they did something stupid, that's what a 5-year-old would say. Well, I just think it's dumb. And as idiotic as that take is, as that opinion is, you can have it, but you cannot be so irresponsible as to place that type of rhetoric on such a large platform. That is blatant negligence and lack of journalistic integrity, because if you go and watch the video, a lot of you have seen it. It's very clear she's never seen a pageant in her life, ever. And I don't give a damn whether you like it or not. That's the thing. That is the thing. I don't care about axe throwing, okay? I don't care about NASCAR. I don't care. It's just not my thing, but I would never call for it to be banned. I would never insult it because I understand that those sports and those events mean something to other people. I'm not going to say something is stupid simply because I don't find value in it. That's everything that Anna preaches for. She's considered a liberal politician and political commentator. Like, she's always preaching acceptance and all that stuff. That type of thinking is what separates cultures and classes and whatnot. This is why people have such a lack of respect for other cultures and parts of the world. Just because it doesn't mean something to you, just because it doesn't represent something to you, doesn't mean it doesn't mean something to somebody else or have an important significance within their world or life. Anna's an American white woman, a privileged American white woman, okay? If this privileged American white woman got on her platform, very large platform, and says the Indian sari is just like, it's a meaningless piece of garment and has no significant importance, I'm pretty sure, and the Indian fans would be very justified in being pissed. They have every right in being pissed because that may not mean something to you, privileged white woman that you are. But to that culture and that part of the world and that country, it has traditional cultural significance. And for you to disregard that is more than disrespectful. It's arrogant and it's ignorant and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. That's kind of what upset me, because at a certain point, I had respect for Anna as a journalist. Like, usually, so I thought, and it really hurts me. It hurts me. I thought that as somebody who's so reputable, they would take the time to research and learn the knowledge before speaking, because I don't do what she does. She's a news anchor. Why is it that I have like more integrity than someone like this? I would never do that. And honestly, what really pisses me off, the women that she wants to insult would never do this. If I asked a pageant queen, I have asked pageant queens questions. A pageant queen would never give me an idiotic response. If I asked a pageant queen, I don't know, what's something that people don't care about? What do you think about log throwing? Log throwing is an actual sport that people do. If you look it up, it's a sport, okay? They actually toss logs. If I ask the pageant queen, what do you think about log throwing? It's very unlikely that that woman knows anything about that sport apart from the title and the name of it. But what a pageant queen would never do is stay within her own ignorance and just make up something or demean something. Like, the pageant queens even know better than this. A pageant queen would never give me the answer. I think log throwing is stupid and meaningless and should be banned because it serves no purpose other than to potentially harm others. Like, a pageant queen would never, ever give that type of response, especially in response to something they know very little about. Never. It would never happen. I could ask a pageant queen almost anything in the world. I could ask a pageant queen about McDonald's. They still wouldn't call for McDonald's to be banned. Like, pageant queens know and understand that though something doesn't mean something to them, it still has relevance to other people, and they respect that. Not only did Anna not do the research to just fact check anything, she doesn't even have the common courtesy and decency to understand that, yeah, maybe in the United States, pageantry is not big, but in other parts of the world, this is their Super Bowl. Like, certain countries treat pageantry the way Americans treat football. And I don't understand. And this is what upset me. Like, this is what put me to the point where I unsubscribed. I'm unsubscribed. And I do not unsubscribe from people lightly on YouTube. Because I may have a disagreement with you, that's fine. I'm not going to just leave you. I may, we may be combative or have an argument. I don't just automatically leave people, but I can't trust someone who's this disrespectful and discourteous and ignorant because she did not do her job. That is my issue. And yeah, this is her Twitter page. I can't with this. She's like, your outrage makes me laugh. Like, what the and beauty pageant police, bitch, yes. I'm sorry. You know what? It's about to go ham in here. Bitch, yes. Beauty pageant police, bitch, yes. And quite honestly, had somebody else taken up the arms to police the pageant community years ago, I wouldn't have to be sitting here doing this. And this is, once again, I love the pageant queens, okay? I love them. I truly do. But I have to voice I'm upset. I'm upset with the pageant queens. All right. I'm upset. Anna has been spitting this rhetoric for several years. I have found other videos of her dissing pageant women, dissing Miss Universe. And for years, I'm talking years she's done this, and nobody stepped up to correct her, to say something, to address this. I've been on YouTube since 2018. Why has nobody collected her by her baby hairs? She should have been snatched a long time ago. But this is the one thing that I have an issue with when it comes to pageant queens. They want to sit here and they want to wear the crown and they want to be queen, but they don't want to protect their kingdom or their thrones. And you cannot do that. This is unacceptable. This is not okay. And then I mean, it's not like I did all the hard work. I did the hard work. Like, when I decided to address this, look, we don't need this anymore. So we'll get back to that in a little bit. But when I decided to address this, I was upset. But I do think about how I choose to address things, because I'm well aware I didn't have to go as hard as I did. I'm well aware I didn't have to throw the punches that I did. But I understood, in order to get the attention that I wanted and to make the impact that I wanted to make, I had no choice but to go hard. Because had I given a very sincere and eloquent and thoughtful, put together calm video, Anna would have brushed it aside. TYT would have brushed it aside. Everybody would have brushed it aside. No one would have listened. So that's why I decided I have to make noise. And sometimes that's what has to happen. You have to show people that you are willing to fight so that they pay attention to you, because they're not trying to get punched in the face and not see it coming. And I know that that was me kind of putting myself on the line, because it's not always a guarantee that it's going to be received well by like the fan base or the public, because people could have been like, oh, well, you just outraged for no reason. Oh, you're just mad for no reason, which I'm very happy that the pageant community largely understands and listens to what I'm trying to say and knows that I'm not just flapping off just because I'm emotional or mad. There's a purpose for it. But I did the hard work. Okay. I threw the punches. I said the harsh things that need to be said. Why is any other queen? And I will say I've seen one queen address this matter. But if I've already gotten her attention, if I've already said the things that need to be said, why can't I pass the torch to the crown queens who should be handling this? Because I'm not under attack. Mind you, I'm not the one on stage. I'm not the one fighting for these titles. Y'all are. So why am I over here doing the heavy lifting? Because we're not seeing queens come out, and we've never seen queens come out and address these matters. And I'm not saying they have to be like me. By all means, you don't have to be like me. You guys are saying Lewis is here? Oh, look. Anna is too busy looking at her own belly button meme. Hi, Lewis. How you doing? Oh my goodness. But I'm just saying, why? Once again, this has been going on for years. I should not have to be the one to step up and do these things. I will help, but even after I've done everything, why are we not seeing queens step up and make statements about this? And I'm not saying that you have to go to war. I'm not saying you have to do what I do, because let's be honest, a lot of them, you can't, okay? You can't. And you're not going to out drag somebody better than I can. I didn't even fully drag her, okay? Because I could have went after her. I could have roasted Anna for those ill-placed highlights, but I didn't. There are places I could have went, and I was a good girl. I was a good noodle. But the pageant queens will not step up and say, you know what? I think that you're misunderstanding the purpose of pageantry. Let me help you out here. At the very least, we could have pageant queens send Anna a message and be like, I'm really sad to see that you're not a supporter of my favorite sport. Can I offer you 2 free tickets to my next competition? Like, there are ways to actually respond to this. And the pageant queens refuse. They refuse. They refuse. And this is where I said I lose a little bit of respect. I've only seen one queen address this specific issue, but for the most, this has nothing, it's not just this issue. I'm talking any issue, any freaking issue. Whether it be their advocacy or somebody attacking the community, I don't see queens step up. And that's why the public really doesn't have a lot of respect for you, because they don't expect you to throw punches. The reason that Anna's been up here flapping at the gums for years about Miss Universe is because nobody stepped up to her. You guys let this woman run wild and say whatever the hell she wanted, disseminate misinformation to millions of people. Shame. Shame. How are you? And I just struggle sometimes. I love the queens. I love them. I expect more. I'm putting my foot down. I expect more. I do. This is ridiculous. This should not be allowed to happen. I don't even know. But yeah, this was her response. And she said, I don't like what you like. And we didn't invite you to be a part of the fandom. You wouldn't survive. Not only do you not understand, you wouldn't survive. Okay? And crying won't change it. Screaming won't change it either. Okay? You yelling and screaming on your platform year after year is not going to change the fact that pageantry is one of the most watched events in the world. Period. With one of the most vocal fan bases. I'm sure you've noticed. I'm sure you've noticed at that point, but we don't give a damn if you don't like it, but close your mouth about it. That's all we asked. Okay. Close your mouth about it until you sit down across from me or a pageant queen. Shut up, because I will be at the gates next year. She pageant police, damn straight. And I'm a little bit salty that I have to be the pageant police, because this has been going on long before I stepped on YouTube. So I should not be the one to get here and deal with this. So this upsets me when it comes to the pageant queens and the YouTube commentary people, all the YouTubers who refuse to deal with stuff like this. Like, how dare we sit here and advocate for outspoken women, but y'all not giving me outspoken women. I'm a little disappointed. But thank you, pageant community. Thank you. Because I wasn't sure it was possible. We're always, as a community, as I said on Instagram, we are some drama queens. The pageant community are drama queens. We argue over dresses and shoes and nails and hair and makeup and styling, all that stuff. And we have rivalries. But when it came down to it, the pageant community has the ability to unite. And this should be proof to you guys. You have the ability to force and sustain positive change if you guys really want to. Okay, you go to that video right now. That video's comment section, popcorn, amazing. That video's comment section is amazing. You guys did amazing in that comment section. I go back to that comment section all the time because people are still leaving comments there. Like, freaking amazing. And it's great to see that the pageant community was like, I'm down to defend our world. It doesn't matter what country you come from, whose side you're on, what organization you want to defend, don't matter. We all came together and made it happen. And I'm excited. Hi, Mom. Mom's in the chat. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Mom is well aware of what this discussion is about. We're talking about Anna, the TYT girl. I showed Mom this afternoon, and even my mother was not pleased. And she's not even like a hardcore pageant fan, but even my mom looked at her and like, girl, why are you tripping? You yelling at girls for being pretty, assuming everything that we do is for men? For men? I found that extremely insulting, okay? Extremely. Because, like, that's like, say, I don't get my nails done for men. I don't have these crowns for men. I don't have, like, a couple $100 worth of makeup for men. I do it because I look cute and I like having outfits and I like styles and I like fashion. I like everything. Like, I don't give a crap about normal sports. I don't care about football. I don't watch soccer. I don't do cricket. I don't care. Pageants all day. Why can't I have my sport? Why you come over here and trash my sport? You think it's okay to trash my sport? Why? Because they're pretty women and they won't slap you? I will. I will. I will. And I'll bring all of my pageant friends with me. All of them. All of them. All 80,000. How high are we up at this point? Huh? How high? We're like 80, almost 81,000, something like that. We're up there. And I'll bring every one of them. Every single one of them. There will be no disrespect to the pageant queens anymore. And I really hope that the queens kind of grow a backbone a little bit. I just really want to see some women speaking up and out for something. For the love of God, please start speaking out for something. Mom loves it when you guys talk to her and you guys give her comments and stuff. My mother's very interactive, so she's happy. She loves it when you guys talk to her. She truly does. I want to say not everything is for men. Everything isn't for men. Like, it's not. And that's kind of the fault of the queens. The queens really need to prove themselves. Not to the community. We have faith in you. We have your back. The queens need to prove themselves to the public. Y'all have to stop taking this crap lying down. And I'm not just talking about when people want to, like, combat you. I'm talking about when it comes to your advocacies. I want to see Miss Earth at a protest. That's what I want to see Miss Earth out in the world, invoking change. That's what I want to see. I want these women, pageant queens should be the ones pushing the conversation. And that comes from really taking a stand. Like, you gotta be willing to hold your sword. And I really don't see any sword willing women on the battlefield. I don't. Who's wielding a sword? I haven't seen. And Miss Grand, it'd be super easy for Miss Grand to do it, but I don't see them doing it. Y'all gotta do more than take pretty pictures. Because if all you do is take pretty pictures, that is all the public sees, is a woman taking pretty pictures. Oh, y'all done got my mom to come downstairs. Y'all got mom to come downstairs.
Who said they wanted me on the cam?
Look.
I was reading the comments. I'm really eating popcorn. Look, check it out.
She was upstairs eating popcorn on her phone, and all your comments made her come all the way downstairs to get on stream. Okay.
Somebody said, Mama, Sovereign, we want you on the cam.
They always want you on cam. Okay.
All right. I'll do it.
All right. Since you're here, what do you think about the
This whole conversation's whack. You guys are giving her publicity.
She said, no, Anna has 5 million subscribers. Technically, she's giving me publicity. By the way, let's just acknowledge the fact that we all know what Anna's addressing and who she's addressing, but yet she neglected to at me. If you're going to have the balls to address it, at me next time. But she said, I think beauty pageants are dumb, and all the people getting mad at me for feeling that way make me laugh. Sorry, beauty pageant police. I don't like what you like. Crying won't change it. And she says pageants is misogynistic and we only look good and pretty for men. Oh, everything that we do is for men. For men. Bitch, I have on Victoria's Secret right now and I don't even have a boyfriend. Fuck out of here. I hope you guys know that I am very curated when I speak, because I could have there's many times I have the ability to drag, and y'all have yet to see me drag anybody. You have yet to see me drag anybody. I could have snatched her. You think that was hard? I was
reading the comments.
Yeah, I saw that you were reading the comments. Mom was up there being nosy. But we do have a lot of things to talking about. Okay, watching everybody. Yeah, Anna done pissed me off. You know what I bet though? You know what I bet? Next year she gonna shut up. Bet next year she shuts up. Bet next year she's gonna watch what she says about Miss Universe. because this was nice. I did, I kicked up some dirt, but this was not anywhere near what I could have done. I could have placed some calls. I probably could have got a few queens to get on a live or get in a video with me and have at her. If I really wanted to make some noise, okay? I'm friends with some queens. We could have made some things happen. If she wants to run her mouth next year, after being told, if she wants to continue disrespecting next year, I will go out of my way to pull every string and every contact that I have. Gather every queen that I can think of to gather her up. That entire channel, I'm done with it. And I am unsubscribed, because if that is the type of journalistic work that you are willing to do, I'm done. You can't be trusted. You can't be trusted. That is a disgusting display. And I hope, by all means, go leave a Twitter message if you have a Twitter account. By all means, because I completely mean it. She ain't gonna do this next year. Not gonna happen. And the queens should have gathered her together years ago. So the queens need to get it together too. I love you. Okay, you guys are beautiful and you're gorgeous and you're wonderful. Grow a spine though. Now, what's going on with maybe that was Anna was talking about kids pageantry? No, you must have not seen the video. You must have not seen the video, because I did include the clips of Anna she was discussing Miss Universe. She was specifically discussing Miss Universe India, and she was making how Miss Universe India was making cat noises and everything. And then she went on this tirade about how Miss Universe is stupid. She wasn't talking about kids in pageantry, because even I have certain issues with kids in pageantry. I can understand that, but that's not what she was talking about. Okay, it's not. What's going on? Pageant fans rise. Damn straight. Damn straight. You damn straight. Damn Skippy. And I'm happy. Even the trolls, like the people that like to troll me, even they came through and they're like, no, we're not going to let this fly. And that's what I'm saying. No matter what we have against each other, when the pageant community is under attack, we band together. That's
I said it was a joke, so just get over it.
I demand that. I demand that we get together. Sovereign, you watch Victoria's Secret fashion show? Yes, of course I do. Of course I do.
Broke. No, I don't. I'll go broke.
But see, the thing is, people used to make it seem like the Victoria's Secret fashion show was only for men, and it's like, no. I love the outfits and the styling and the hair. Like, why is everything for men? Women can't have nothing.
Race and privilege into this.
Race and privilege, because it has everything to do with this. Anna is putting down a competition that is predominantly loved by outside countries such as India and the Philippines and Asian nations. But Anna thinks that her opinion is so superior to all of you. She thinks that her opinion is better than all the nations that love pageantry. Colombia, Venezuela, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, all y'all. She said, my opinion is the only opinion that matters. She doesn't care how much you guys love Miss Universe. India, she doesn't care how much you guys love Miss World. She said her opinion's the one that matters. And because her opinion's the one that matters, your favorite competition should be banned. She didn't just say, I don't like it. She said it should be banned. That's why I called her a privileged American white woman, because only a privileged American white woman, settled in her own mind, only thinking about her own selfish wants and needs, would say that. I think about what the entire world loves. Okay. It's not about just what I like. It's about, this may not mean something to me, but other people love this. She doesn't have the foresight or the ability to think of anyone but herself or her own country or her own perspective. And that's why I've lost respect for her, because I expect more. I just can't. I can't with her. That's privileged thinking, and I expect better, especially for a woman who preaches against privilege. That's just gross. That's gross. When are we getting more queens, by the way? I did want to ask you guys, look, okay, I know that I am a spoiled pageant fan. I want more women. I want more queens. Philippines, when is Miss Universe Philippines kicking up? Indonesia, we've been waiting for y'all a long time. Thailand, give me the dates. I want the dates. I am ready for queens. Like, they're probably like, girl, it's not even a new year yet. Like, we crowned a new Miss Universe 2 weeks ago. I don't know what it is about me right now, but I want more women. Like, I'm ready for women. I'm ready for more queens. When do we get them? Feed me more. I want more. I'm so freaking excited. I want them so bad. When are we? When? I want dates. Give me dates. Go look up the dates and drop them in the chat. Meanwhile, what else did I say we were going to discuss? So, nothing's going to be different with pageantry. I'm always going to do pageant videos. You guys know that. Okay? Okay, there's nothing going to be anything different about pageantry. But I have always wanted my channel to be, look, are you watching yourself in the phone?
I'm reading your comments.
No, you're watching yourself in the phone.
I'm reading comments.
You're watching yourself. I've always wanted my channel to be a full-fledged world. I wanted it to be a world of its own. You guys are used to my channel just having a lot of pageant content, which I can't help myself. I love pageantry, right? But that's why I also have the Privy Council and the Court Council. I want it to feel like its own world, including having its own characters, which I have the Muses, which you will be seeing more of. But there is, why are you laughing?
Because it's like a late reaction on my phone.
Oh yeah, there's a delay.
That's funny.
There is a delay on the chat. Oregon and Alabama, USA in January. Okay. Interesting. I'm watching the chat. So yes, I've always wanted my channel to feel like its own world. And number one, it looks like it's not even that we're going to hit 100,000 subscribers in 2022. That's going to happen, which I'm super excited for. And I like, even thinking about it kind of makes me want to cry a little bit because when I first started the channel, that's hella loud.
Sorry.
When I first started the channel, I didn't know, I never thought that anybody would care. I just wanted friends. To be totally honest, I just wanted friends. So in 2018, when I posted my first Miss Universe video, it was like the worst week of my life. And I just needed something that would make me smile. And I expected maybe 50 people to watch my video. Because to me, in the United States, I'm thinking from an American citizen standpoint, because I didn't understand the demographics of pageantry. I'm thinking maybe 50 Americans will watch my video and, you know, I can chat with them about the competition and that'll be that. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting anything. I just wanted people to enjoy the show with. And I started panicking when I woke up the day after I posted the video and it had 150,000 views. Because at the time of posting that video, I had like 200 subscribers, you guys. Like 200, if that, okay? So those type of numbers are unheard of. So I woke up and I thought like something was wrong. I thought I said something bad. I thought I did something wrong and I was freaking out and I was going to visit my grandma and I was telling her, driving, I was on the phone. I'm like, you don't understand. There's 150,000 views. And she's like, no way. And I'm like, every time I refresh, there's 10,000 more. I don't know what's going on. I was freaking out that was happening. And it's because of that video that I even went over 1,000 subscribers. Like, it has been crazy. So it was never anticipated that my channel would be big because I knew in the United States pageantry wasn't a big thing. But I didn't understand that pageantry was a big thing in other places. I never even thought that foreigners would care about my videos. I didn't know how YouTube worked, so I didn't know. I never thought people that didn't live in the United States would watch my videos. Why would you? Like, why would they care about me? I don't understand. Like, I never thought anybody would. So people, this is why I tend to send clapbacks to people sometimes about this. They say that some of the videos that I do, I'm just baiting certain fan bases. Even if it's like Colombia, they're like, you're just trying to bait Colombians. Any video I do, they're like, it's for Colombians, Brazilians, the Philippines, Vietnam. You just want the Thai fans. You're just trying to make the Indian fans happy. Like, they're always accusing me of baiting people. But to be honest, I didn't ask for any of those nations to come here. I didn't ask for the Philippines to come. I didn't ask for their acceptance. The Philippines, I didn't bait the Philippines. The Philippines adopted me. Like, they went out of their way to adopt me. I was claimed by them. Like, they came into the court and staked their flag and grabbed the seats and stayed. Which I never thought that would happen. It's just like the court was claimed first by the Philippines. Now, of course, we have a fan base that stretches many different countries. I mean, we have people from Kenya and Zimbabwe and Poland and Mexico and Argentina. We have fans from everywhere, but the major fan bases, I never made a video that was asking, because even when I started the channel, I didn't know how big pageantry was in other countries. I was ignorant at that point when I first started. The fans really had to teach me. I had no idea why there were Filipinos all over my comment section. I'm like, why are there flags everywhere? What are you guys like? They came and claimed me, and I'm happy to have been adopted by the Philippines. I've never said that was a bad thing. People get mad at me for baiting the Philippines. I'm like, I can't bait I still criticize everybody. Thailand, Philippines, India, I criticize everyone. But that doesn't mean I don't love the fan base. Philippines fan base is great. And every pageant person knows it. Every pageant queen knows it, no matter what country she comes from. Everybody knows which fan bases are the biggest and the loudest. Colombia, Venezuela, Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam's getting up there. Indonesia's up there. Y'all love to have a rivalry, Indonesia, okay? Okay, we see you back there. But yeah, I never wanted to bait anybody because I take a lot of pride in the fact that you guys accept me for who I am. I never wanted to present a fake version of me or my wacky mother, because it warms my heart that you guys understand and accept me for me. Even though I'm a Black American, I'm very different than most of the people in my fan base. Y'all claim me. So for everybody who's like, oh, you bait the Philippines, I was stolen by the Philippines, okay? They came and claimed my court. I built a little court, and then they just took up all the seats. And then Thailand came, and Brazil came, and Indonesia came. I never asked for it, but I'm happy that everybody's here. I don't need to bait anybody, though. Anybody who wants to be welcome is welcome. And just know, no matter what I say about your queens, because if their walk is bad, their walk is bad. But it has nothing to do with you. And Canadians, y'all are awesome, because I banished your organization this year, and y'all didn't get mad at me. So I appreciate everything. Truly, I do. So we're going to have 100,000 subscribers in 2022, which is insane. So insane. That's so insane. But I have a lot of surprises for you guys. So the first thing that's happening in 2022 is one thing. She was abducted by Philippines pageantry, basically. Pretty much. If you go back and look at the comment sections of my old videos, it's Filipino fan base people talking about, you got to watch this video. You got to watch this video. I never used to watch the national competition for Miss Universe Philippines, or at the time it was Bini Bini Pilipinas. I never used to watch that. It's the Philippines that demanded that I watch it. So I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And then I watched it, and it was amazing. So now I watch it every year. It's great. That's what happened. I was abducted. Now I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm happy to have been here and have friends like all over the world. It's great. But there's more things I do want to do on the channel, and my tagline for the longest time has been beauty and queens and fabulous things. I really like talking about women's things and a lot of girl chatty stuff, and Mom enjoys the girls chatty stuff. So the one thing that women tend to do a lot when we get together in like sleepovers or we go on a trip together, we talk a lot about men, right? Women talk a lot about boys. Let's be honest. We talk about the guys all the time. Not always in a bad way. Most of the time it's in a good way, or, we just talk about guys. And you guys know that I had gotten into watching and discussing some of the red pill, MGTOW, misogynistic tendencies on YouTube. So it's not even I want to do, because 2 of the videos are already filmed. In 2022, the series will be dropped. I'm probably going to drop like 5 videos at once. The upgrade series will be starting, where we can discuss boys and men and relationships from the viewpoint of women. Ladies, from like how we get together with our friends and we kind of talk about guys and the things that guys don't know about us, that guys wish that they knew. And I kind of want to help men, to be honest, because I know I have a channel full of men. And the one thing that I talk to men all the time, it's that they're always confused about women. Like, women are so complex and they're so confusing and they're so they're like aliens and you don't understand. Well, I thought it would be fun, and Mom loves doing these videos, so we're going to do it. Discussing all the secrets of women and giving men all the secrets of women, doing that in a whole series in different videos, so that you guys kind of have a female friend to talk to. I understand that not all men have a sister to like bounce ideas off of, or to teach them properly about girls. Not all men have like a mom to give them the secrets and how do I plan a date, like all that stuff. So that's one of the things that we're going to do in 2022. Has nothing to do with, we're not getting rid of pageantry videos. That's always going to be here. It's just going to be more content. That's it. It's going to be more content. And I think it's going to be fun content, because God, there's so much to talk about when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, because, over here they think chivalry is dead.
Chivalry, oh yeah.
Yeah, around the country it isn't, but over here it really is.
Yeah, so some of the things, and it's all the stuff that women wish men knew, but they don't. All that stuff. I want to talk about all this. So like one of the videos that is already filmed is things that you should know about your significant other. Because for whatever reason, men are missing a significant portions of just like getting to know their women. Like men are always saying, I don't know what to buy her for her birthday and she won't tell me what to get her. I don't know what to buy her for Christmas. I don't know what to do for her birthday. Like men are like clueless. You guys are always freaking clueless about everything. So we're going to give you the answers so that you can stop being clueless. It's something that I talk with my mom about all the freaking time. It's super fun. So we'll be talking about boys because that's what we do. It's kind of hot in here. Good Lord. I'm gonna have to take that off. I went to the gym earlier. We need more of your motorcycle rides. The motorcycle rides
I have a broken foot.
Answering questions and stuff. The motorcycle rides are on the family channel. It's on the House of Sovereign channel. And I actually just got back from dinner with my motorcycle friends. We were at Federov together. Hold on. So the person with the blue wrench in the chat is my family channel where the motorcycle vlogs are, the House of Sovereign. But it's really cold right now, so I haven't been riding, and Mom has a broken foot. So that's why we haven't been out there. Did you hear about the recent typhoon that devastated a large portion of the Philippines? Yes. You guys, man, because this happened last year too. We saw a really large hurricane come through, and it was a problem. I do keep track of what happens in the Philippines just because I know that a significant part of my fan base is there. So I want to know what's going on in your lives and not be like oblivious or completely disconnected. I'm still very disconnected because I'm an American. I don't know, I don't even speak the native language, but I try to at least kind of keep tabs on what's happening, to my people, because you guys are my friends. So I got to check in on you every now and then and make sure you're okay. I'm very excited to get more queens though. Super excited to get more queens, and I'm getting more technical stuff in here. It's just going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of changes, good changes coming in 2022. It's just a lot. But yeah, expect the upgrade series where we can sit there and chit chat about guys and just make jokes and stuff. I like having, fun girl stuff on top of the serious topics that we have to talk about. I'm trying to, I have it in front of me. And I know you guys want Mom to be more involved. Mom, you're going to have to be more involved.
Think about it.
They want you to be more involved.
Think about it.
She's hilarious. Are any of my babies from the past Miss Universe Philippines competitions coming back? Huh? Anybody coming back? Is anybody coming back? I want to know if anybody's coming back. Any of those girls that I loved. Are they coming back? Have you watched Pia's TED Talk? I have not watched Pia's TED Talk. Perhaps you should send that link to Anna. Maybe Anna should watch Pia's TED Talk. Do you plan on reacting to more non-sash competitions like you did with Netherlands? Yes, I do. I have a whole book. It's over there. It's next to my bed because that's how serious I am. Sometimes I have random, mother.
I'm sorry. Agreed.
Sometimes I keep that book next to my bed because at nighttime, sometimes I'll have an idea and I want to write it down. I have, there's a video I want to do that is targeted towards non-sash nations, kind of trying to help them do better in competition, because I watched a video of Miss United Kingdom, Miss Universe United Kingdom. And she was talking about how she felt very overlooked by some of the more populous and popular pageant countries. She felt like they weren't taking her seriously simply because she was representing the UK and she had, the United Kingdom across her chest. They weren't taking her seriously, and that kind of affected her, which I understand. Everybody's looking and waiting for Venezuela to step out into the audience. Everybody's waiting for Philippines to show up. Everybody's waiting for Indonesia to show up. No one's looking that's the truth. No one's looking for United Kingdom. No one's, usually looking for Haiti. So I kind of want to make a video talking about the countries that don't get attention and how they can do better, because I do think that there are ways that they can do better. I think there's ways they can do a lot better, to be honest. I don't understand why they don't understand the things that I see. To me, the things that I see are obvious, but I've learned, obviously, that it's not obvious to everybody else. So I have to say these things out loud. But these non-sash nations, they don't go out of their way to be as interactive as some of the more powerful nations. They don't go out of their way to be as amazing or get attention the way that other nations will. Like, we already know to anticipate that Miss Universe Philippines, Miss Universe Thailand, they're going to be dropping photos. They're going to be involved. They're going to be doing community service. They're going to be doing live streams with fans. You're going to see some of their trainings. They're going to be giving you outfits and styles. They're very interactive and they're constantly doing something. Some of these other nations really don't do that. Like, we don't really see Ireland putting out flawless, amazing photos. We don't see Ireland putting out her rehearsals and her practice, stuff. We don't see that happening. So there's just so much that they don't do. And I don't know why. It's very weird. Also, Americans, go bug Miss USA, because we cannot have our national competition in October or November. That cannot happen. It needs to be in like May. We need to get back on regular schedule. If they hold it super late, we are screwed. We are screwed. Not okay. It's not okay. Oh, it looks so butch in this. But it got hot in here. It got super hot. What is this? What is your reaction of the MGI org using the Vietnamese pageant fan base to get 6 million followers on Instagram? How are they using the Vietnamese fan base? They crowned Vietnam. So, of course, the Vietnamese fans are going to be super, super happy. That's like what happens with me. Look, if Miss Universe Philippines wins Miss Universe next year, my subscriber base is going to skyrocket. And it's not because of anything that I did. Philippines gets really, really happy when they win, and they make a lot of noise, and they watch a lot of videos. That's just what happens. So the same thing with like India. India won this year. So the Indian fan base is super energized, and they're watching a ton of videos, and they're being super supportive of anybody praising India because they won. That's what happens no matter what, no matter who wins. Same thing happened with South Africa when South Africa won. South African fans were everywhere. That's just what it happens. And that's something that I have to deal with as, like a commentator, because the moment one of the powerhouse nations doesn't do well, no matter what, I'm going to take the hit for it. I didn't have nothing to do with it. But just because the fans are mad, they come take it out on me. It's just stuff that we have to deal with. It is stuff that we have to deal with. I want to have a conversation with one or more of the pageant directors. I need to talk to some directors just to understand their mindset, because I don't understand why women are not more engaging, why they're not doing more. Why are the women so disconnected from their communities and what's happening in the world? Like, I understand that pageants always like to do this. We're non-political. Yeah, I get it. Be non-political. That's fine. But that doesn't mean you still don't advocate. Because most of these advocacies have to do with things that need legislation, like women's rights. Even if you're anti-women's violence or anti-domestic violence, that still means you should be lobbying your political leaders for representation or for their attention. So I feel like a lot of these pageant nations and pageant directors use the excuse that we're non-political to excuse the Queen's silence on certain matters, and that's unacceptable. I know enough about pageantry at this point to be able to see through that. And I'm like, no, you guys that's just bullshit. I call bullshit. A little bit. Okay. Being political means if you don't want to be political, that means you don't advocate for a specific political party or candidate. But that doesn't mean you don't engage in your legislation. You don't engage your political leaders. Like, isn't that what people tell like us all the time? Write to your politicians, write to your congressmen, write letters, call them. The queens have the most ability to do these things, and they're not. I don't understand. Are these women coming back? Kisses needs practice. Kisses needs development. It's been a while, but she doesn't, even after a year, I would not say Kisses has the ability to go up against like Steffi. No. Pageants are political. They definitely are political. Who's doing that? Pageants certainly are political, and it really irritates me when people are like, they're not political. Every sporting event, every international sporting event is political. So stop saying that. There's no excuse for women to remain so quiet. I just don't see them doing much. Like, am I wrong? I'm giving Zosie a pass. Zosie had to reign in the middle of, 2020 during the pandemic, but she still did a lot. But do we really see queens getting active, like actually joining a fight for something purposeful? I could be wrong, but I get around and I haven't seen it. I'm watching the comments. I haven't seen the women doing anything, and it's bothering me. It's bothering me a lot because I support them. So their silence irritates me. I need to see my queens making noise. I want to see my queens in the news. Okay? I want to see Miss California in the news because she showed up at a town hall meeting and put one of her, congressmen in his place for his anti-women's rights legislation or something. Like, I need to see my queens in the news. I want to see my queens in the paper. I don't understand, especially in the United States, because I feel like a lot of the organizations want to protect their image. Y'all don't have an image. Just so you know, just in case you thought, y'all don't have an image. Nobody cares about you. The little bit of image you do have is bad. That's why Anna be over here running her mouth. You have a bad image because your queens say nothing. Your queens, to the public, pageant queens are doormats. To the public, that's what they think. And until pageant queens prove that wrong, that is the image that you are stuck with. So directors who are preventing their queens from doing anything that might cause outrage, cause a little bit of outrage. Trust me, you could use the publicity. You could. And honestly, you're not, anything that's worthwhile doing in this world is going to make somebody mad. Ask Abraham Lincoln, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., hell, Malala. People hate Malala. She's a teenager. How you hate Malala and yet people hate Malala? Greta Thunberg had the United States president at her throat. Anything that's worth doing in this world, no matter how pure it may be, is going to piss off somebody. And the queens are so scared to have somebody be mad at them that they don't want to do anything. And I'm like, if that's how you feel, you're not a queen. If you are that afraid of the public, of the people, you are not a queen, my babe. You're not a queen. They need to they just need to chill, relax, like do something, girl. Maybe you can interview past winners and contestants of MU next year. Past winners or contestants, possibly. My thing is, I don't like doing interviews for interview's sake. If I'm going to do an interview, it's for a purpose. And I'm not the type of person, I think a lot of people are afraid of me when it comes to speaking because I say what's on my mind and they're afraid of that. Like, I know how to be a good girl. We discussed this in my coterie on Discord because I told them, they were like, is your dream, like, is it really exciting for you to be a judge? Which of course it is. It's super exciting. But then I was just like, honestly, the funnest thing for me to do would be host, because that's basically what I do here on YouTube, is like a host. Basically, it's what I do. But I think a lot of the organizations are scared of what I would say if they gave me a microphone, which I know how to be a good girl. You guys saw I did the interview with the Miss Earth Queens. Mom is still over here reading comments. Mm-hmm. You guys saw what happened during the interview with the Miss Earth Queens. I would never disrespect a queen or just like bomb her with a random inappropriate question. I would never do that, but I still want to conduct interviews and whatnot with a purpose. Compete again. Yeah, right. I wish Miss USA contestants could compete again. Miss USA contestants, yeah, they cannot compete. Once they hit the national stage, you compete once and that is it. They cannot compete again. It'd be amazing if they did. Yeah, a queen with no advocacy, you're not a queen. And this is why I've discussed and thought about having queens on the channel. But the thing is, the things that I want to ask them, I think they would be too afraid to answer. I don't want to do like a fake interview. I don't want to do an interview that's just rainbows and sunshine and unicorn. I want to do an interview that has purpose and meaning behind it. I want to have a real conversation. If I can't have that, then it's a waste of my time. Because what I really want to ask them is like, what are the things that truly move you, and why? How do you feel about the silence of your fellow queens? Do you think that the reigning international queens even do enough? Why do you think that they're not making more of an impact on the public? That's what I want to know. Where is your impact? Because the perception of pageantry has not changed since the 1950s, clearly. People still think y'all are up here talking about world peace, which means you haven't made an impact. If the perception has remained the same for over 50 years, you've done no impact. People have, outside of pageant community, you have not made an impact. Fail. That bothers me. It bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot that if you ask any of the pageant community to describe me or to state what my advocacies are, or if you ask the pageant community what has the sovereign done to uplift the pageant community, all of you would have an answer. All of you could state at least 2 examples of me doing something or having a conversation that mattered. But you cannot say that for a lot of the national title holders and even some Miss Universe winners. That upsets me. I should not be more impactful than any of the national or international queens. That shouldn't happen. They have a bigger platform than me. They have an entire organization backing them. Their impact should be way larger than anything I could have done. And yet, I got TYT over here making statements. And they got 5 million subscribers. I don't even have my 100,000K plaque yet. And TYT is got something to say. Why is my impact larger? Like, you would think that's a flex, but it's just upsetting to me. It just upsets me. Cause I feel like I'm wasting my time sometimes sitting over here and I'm like supporting the queens and uplifting the queens. The queens ain't doing nothing. Girl, what you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't make me, come on. What, just why? You know? Why? You're afraid of a little backlash? That's it? That's like, I think it's funny. I think it's funny when people have a valid point, I'll listen to them. But if they're just here to bash because I stated facts and they can't deal with it, then I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. Just be mad, but let me see it though, because me and Mom love the comments. We do. But see, that's one reason that we're gonna do the upgrade series, because honestly, I'd be more willing to talk to queens when it comes to like just frivolous stuff, like when it comes to us talking about men and boys and everything. Because those are some of the questions that I asked in like the Meet Me interviews for the queens. I'd be like, what is the worst date you've ever had? Or just stuff like what are the attributes that you want in your future husband? Just like fun stuff like that. The queens always get excited to talk about stuff like that. They always have an answer. They get really in depth. But if I ask them about like the political climate within their specific country, nothing. We will be vlogging more, so you guys can see more of Mom, but you'll see that on the family channel. You'll see it on the family channel. What do you think about Puerto Rico performances these last 4 years? I mean, Puerto Rico, first of all, stop spamming the chat, okay? Stop that. But Puerto Rico has been consistent, you know? So I wouldn't be surprised if Puerto Rico was coming for a crown sometime soon. I definitely wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. They've been really consistent. So I think that Puerto Rico is on the cusp of becoming like a powerhouse themselves. Even though they haven't been winning like titles back to back, they've been consistently in the top 5 of many major pageants. So hell, Puerto Rico. I wouldn't be surprised. I really just want to see some of the other queens do well and do better. I want to see that. I don't know. I don't know a lot of the contestants. Who would you want to see make a comeback? I don't know a lot of the contestants by name. I thought we were going to have Sorsugon from, what was it, 2020? I thought Maria Isabella Galleria, I think that was her name. I thought we were going to have her come back this year. Was it this year? Yeah, this year. But she didn't. My babe Rambulan from 2020, I do believe she's expected to come back sometime. At some point, I think she's gonna come back. Manila needs to come back. Man, pageantry. I know that some of the organizations and some of the coaching, places, they play favorites when it comes to contestants, and that's gonna be their own downfall. Your job is to select the best queen available to you. And sometimes they're blinded by their own bias and they're not giving attention to women that are clearly displaying talent. And I have spoken to some of the women behind the scenes. I do know what happens in some of these coaching organizations and how they're behaving. And this is one of the reasons that I'm just like, I stopped being excited to even compete because I'm like, I don't want to deal with that nonsense. Imagine me working super hard only for like people not to pay attention to me, please. Please. I'd rather build my own kingdom and start from the ground up. Because then there's nothing you can say to me. Argue with me if you want to, but it's nothing you can say. Nothing you can say. I don't care what you say. I don't. What video, you guys are always asking for mom, and since I have mom here, what videos are you wanting to see her in besides the stuff where we're talking about guys and stuff, because mom loves to talk about guys.
Do I?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Remember we were talking about it earlier? One of the things that I wanted to answer in the upgrade series, a question from the men that women always get is, why do women not tell men exactly what they want? Because men are always saying, she won't tell me where she wants to eat. She won't tell me what she wants for her birthday. She won't tell me what she wants, wants me to do. She never tells me what she wants. Why don't women tell men what she wants? And quick answer, it's because she expects you to already know. Yeah, she expects you to already know. And then men say, well, I'm not a mind reader. She doesn't expect you to be a mind reader. She expects you to know because she already told you. If all you've ever seen me eat is vanilla ice cream, and you watch me only buy vanilla ice cream, and every time we eat ice cream, you watch me eat vanilla ice cream, what ice cream do you think you should buy me? That is the mindset of women. Question for Mama Sovereign. Tell us about Devana's... I gotta cackle at that one. They said, tell us about Devana's ex-boyfriends. First of all, you say like I got a bunch of them. I can tell you that. The coterie knows. The coterie, look, you guys know some tea. They know some tea. They don't know everything. I can tell you, the only person I consider an actual ex-boyfriend was a Peruvian that I dated for 4 years. He's the one that I stopped being with the week I filmed the 2018 Miss Universe competition. Yeah, he is Peruvian. He's a Peruvian bodybuilder. He was a mama's boy. Tried, but just not a good person. Not a good person. Very selfish. And I shouldn't, honestly, that's the one time where I can say I shouldn't have put up with a lot of the stuff I put up with. Women, we all go through that time where we know that certain things are red flags, and we're dealing with treatment and behaviors that we know we shouldn't, but we're giving him the benefit of the doubt, and we're thinking he's going to change, and we're just trying to like teach him to do better. Yeah, I should have just been like, no, but I tried. Either way, I ended up ending it. So boom. But yeah, then I don't try to date people very often. I'm sorry, guys. I know a lot of people have asked about the potential of a king ever being admitted to court. The likelihood of that happening. Oh, he's the guy we hear in the back. You don't hear any guy in the back. What you talk? Oh no, you're talking. The 2018 video was filmed at my it's like a family friend, but I consider him more my uncle. It's Matt. The family friend is Matt, but no, Matt is a tattooed up white boy with blue eyes. Matt's amazing, and that was filmed at his house. But no, that's not the person you hear in the back, because I had already like couple days, maybe 3 days prior to that video, 3-4 days prior to that video, we broke up. So that's why when I was telling you guys about that video, I was saying that I was like having the worst time ever, the worst week of my life, was partly because of that. I had left that person. So, but no, you definitely don't hear him in the back. No. When I'm done with you, I'm done with you. But I don't date people very often, which is my fault, and I need to do better. But I also have a very short attention span, and I have very little patience for BS. Men be on that BS, and I'm just like, I don't like doing that. It's just a lot of patience. You have to go through the talking phase and dealing with people and seeing who likes who. I'm very decisive, okay? Takes me all of 3 months to figure out if I like you or not. If it takes you longer than 3 months to figure out if you like me or not, you have poor judgment, and I can't date you. I just can't. That's just displaying your own poor judgment at that point. But yeah, I'm not dating anybody right now. The last person I dated was white. The first person I dated was white too. A lot of people think I won't date around or date people of different ethnicities, so that's why I say that. I will date anybody who expresses an interest in me, who is compatible with me, and treats me well. You know, you treat me bad and goodbye. What's your astrological sign? I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries. Mom's a Virgo. And I'm happy because I saw somebody up here, they were saying they really like, you know, the passion of the videos. Do your passion into action. Thank you, Pink Kitty. That was very thoughtful of you. I appreciate your support. It always surprises me when like super chats pop up because I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I like, look, Pink Kitty is trying to force me to do conversion and they're displaying my lack of math skills because I don't know the conversion of that, but it doesn't matter because I still say thank you. I don't care what it is. Thank you. But yeah, I'm an Aries. And if you haven't noticed, I do have a house crest. I wonder if I can actually show that because I don't think a lot of people have caught on to the fact that that's actually the house crest and that's the house motto. Let me see if I can pull that up. Oh, I watched Encanto last night too. It was great. I should get rid of that. Yeah. One of the reasons that I'm going to move this down. Boom. See right here? One of the reasons that I have this at the end of all my videos is because this is the house crest. And you can see the motto says with passion and fire because everything I do is with passion and fire. So anticipate whenever I am involved, I'm bringing some passion and possibly some fire. If you're dealing with me, you're going to get one or the other or both. But I do that on purpose. Everything that I have and do has a meaning, you know, so with passion and fire. Then of course we've got the crown because of course, and the dragons because those are that's the crest and those are my holders. And I have it as my backdrop also on my computer, as you can see.
Someone desperately wants to know, do you date Asian guys?
Mom, you want to answer that?
She's single.
The answer is yes. Like I said, why can't I get my Streamlabs back? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I date anybody who expresses any interest in me. Oh, thank you, Gerard at. That was very nice of you for the super chat. Thank you. They're so colorful when they pop up. Look at you. Oh, did you just spill popcorn?
No.
But yeah, I haven't watched Insecure at all. But yeah, most people know that I would date an Asian guy. I remember that we did a live stream one time and we were like fangirling over Pia's boyfriend because Pia's boyfriend is gorgeous. Like Pia's boyfriend is amazing. I would totally, oh my gosh. And like Mom and I were talking about it because we like undercover because usually I like a lot of different types of guys, but the East Asian guys, is it East Asian? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's East Asian. Japanese, Chinese men, especially like Japanese, Chinese, Korean, the style that is really popular in those areas is very, I don't want to call them, well, it is very feminine. If you've seen a lot of the men, they do tend to, I don't know, it's like a seductive femininity about them. But me and Mom were looking at pictures of them and we were like, but they're so cute though. Like, they're so cute, though. Like, so cute, though. We saw a guy, it was a K-pop guy. He was, like, wearing eyeliner or something. And I was like, Mom, why am I not mad at this? I'm not even mad at it. I was looking at him like, how am I not mad at this? Oh, my God. Don't even ask. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. This is why I say we're going to have, you know, times where we get to talk about guys and stuff. Because we could talk about guys forever. Forever. We would never stop. Ladies, you already know. Hi, Polly DV. I see you in there. Pink Kitty, what's up? You came back. It's a kitty. Hi, Sovereign. How do you feel about Miss Universe dethroning Oksana Federov in 2002? Stupid. That was stupid. That was dumb. And I don't acknowledge the dethroning of that queen. I don't acknowledge it. As far as I'm concerned, she's queen. I'm not erasing her from my history books. If I do a breakdown of all the queens, she's up there. In fact, she's on my list for one of my favorite evening gowns because I acknowledge her as a queen. That was stupid. That was stupid. But you know what? Trump was in charge at that time, so what do you expect? What do you expect? Miss Sovereign, please answer this in a Miss Universe candidate way. What would you say to a little girl who wants to pursue their dreams? What's stopping you? No one said that you couldn't, and no one should say that you can't. Your dreams are whatever you want to make them, and you can take them as far as you're able to go. So do it until you can't do it anymore, until you have no strength left in your body. Pursue your dreams until there are no stars left in the sky. And then hand the torch to someone else so they can pursue it further. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. You guys are funny. I always, have you watched How to Get Away with Murder? I have slightly. I was slightly addicted to that show for the longest time, including Scandal. Y'all, I was there during Shondaland on Thursday nights. I was up in there. Bedtime. Good night, the person going to bed from Houston. It's nice that you've stopped by. It's nice that you stopped by. What shows I currently watch? Oh, I'm not far from San Francisco, so it's easy for me to visit anybody. But yeah, I don't really watch a lot of shows currently. I'm on YouTube constantly. One thing about being a YouTuber is that you are on YouTube constantly. I have YouTube Premium, so I don't see ads anymore. I haven't seen a YouTube ad in years, in many, many years. Oh, thank you for the conversion, by the way, Marion. Devana's new boyfriend is motorcycle. Yes, somebody knows me. Somebody knows me. Somebody knows me. They said my new boyfriend is the motorcycle. I love my bike. Oh, I love that bike. Love that bike. You must be watching the motorcycle videos. That's the only way that they would know that. You're watching the motorcycle videos. That's why. Do you plan on joining pageants? No. I used to. I had wanted to. In the United States, and people don't think about that when they ask me to join. The United States doesn't function the way Thailand and the Philippines and Indonesia functions. If they did, I would have a shot. The United States pageant fans, just think about it. Think about me and how you would expect me to perform. Now think about the women that the United States has crowned the past 6-7 years. I don't think, no matter how wonderful I presented on stage or how well I spoke, I'm not the style of person that the Miss Universe, the Miss USA organization at that time would crown. They love to crown a girl next door. They love to crown, like, those women, they just weren't standoutish. And I know we're on live stream. Hi, Pink Kitty, you're back again. I will answer that. 1 second. Okay, I don't like doing names, but I have no choice in this case. Sarah Rose Summers, though she's a beautiful woman, as a competitor for Miss Universe, I didn't find her very spectacular. She wasn't eye-catching. She wasn't standoutish. She wasn't a woman that I saw that would make an impact on the Miss Universe organization. But she is the epitome of what Miss USA loves to crown. They love a girl like Sarah Rose Summers. I'm not a Sarah Rose Summers, and I understood that. I would do great if I was competing in a Miss Universe Philippines pageantry competition, absolutely. But Miss Universe Philippines knows how to choose a good candidate. I don't think the Miss USA organization, before we had this change in director, they didn't know how to choose a really good candidate. And I didn't trust them to treat me right. There was no point in me going through all that trouble just for them to just not recognize what my abilities truly were. How do I want to view that. Look at me not knowing how super chats work. What do you think of some of the contestants participating in Miss World 2021? Do you think that Miss World has far better contestants than any other pageant this year? One thing that Miss World has over every pageant is the diversity of competitors. They have a lot. What is that? What is up with the... Okay, hold on. We're just not gonna deal with whoever that is. Anyways, yeah, Miss World always has more countries than most competitions. And I think that if Miss Universe continues to behave in the way that they have been, and choosing like the way that they've chosen to host the competition in Israel, obviously forcing some countries to not be included, other countries are not going to feel inclined to play with Miss Universe. Like, you're being mean, Miss Universe. You need to be more accommodating and welcoming so that you have a larger arena of very diverse competitors. Otherwise, they're not going to come out and play. Who's other pageant YouTuber you watch? I do not watch other pageant YouTubers because honestly, number one, I don't want them influencing anything that I want to talk about or want to say. Number two, I don't want to be triggered by them. Okay? Because if I watch their content and I feel like either they said something, they wouldn't do that to me. There's no pageant YouTuber I think that would say something I would be upset with. But I think I would get upset if I saw pageant YouTubers consistently pandering to a specific audience. Like, there would come a time where I wouldn't be able to contain my irritation and I would feel the need to speak on it. And I just don't want to be forced into that position. I let other YouTubers do whatever the hell they want. And as long as they're not impacting my world, then have at it. But I just don't want their influence and I don't want them irritating me. So I just keep my nose out of it. I know when to keep my hands off. Yeah. Because I remember what it was like. You know, I only became a YouTuber in 2018. I remember what it was like just not being a YouTuber and simply being a viewer. And I got frustrated just watching them because, number one, I just got sick of it. I got sick of every time I was just watching pageant stuff and pageant community. Everything was always butterflies and rainbows and unicorns and everything's just freaking frosting and sprinkles. Everything was so damn sweet. Everything was so damn sweet. And instead of pointing out the very clear flaws in some of these women, like it could be, what's a country? It could be Poland. I mean, her walk could be a travesty. And pageant commentators will still look at her and be like, I like Poland's energy. She's very dedicated. And I could see some potential of her if she continues to work. But she's very beautiful and has lovely highlights, and I look forward to seeing what she brings in the future. Like, that's all that they give me. I'm looking at this competitor that clearly needs freaking work, and just, she's lovely and she's beautiful, and I can't wait to see her on stage. Like, it comes off as inauthentic, and it just gives me fake. Like, have you ever been around a woman who's just clearly just fake, right? Like, she's just fake and you know it and you can see it and you're like, oh, fakeness. I can't. I got too irritated. I was just like, I can't deal with y'all no more. I can't deal with it anymore. Because I watch other sports commentary stuff. I watch news commentary. And they give real commentary. Like, no matter what happens, they give real commentary. And I wanted that for the pageant community. And then the pageant community feels like I'm sitting in a kindergarten class. Everybody talks with baby voices. And it's cringe to me. It's very cringe. I don't like it. That's why when people ask me to do it, I'm like, no, I won't. I refuse. Because it's also disrespectful. These are grown women. They're grown. They're not children. I wouldn't even do that to the teen contestants. That's just that's disrespectful. They can handle some criticism. Hi, Ruther. Thank you for the super chat with the heart eyes. I appreciate you. I just don't. I let other comments, because I don't expect everybody to be the same. I don't expect everybody to give the same commentary. Everybody's not going to have the same personality. And this is why I don't expect the pageant queens even to behave like me. I know that I'm weird and I'm different and everybody's not going to be as strong and loud as I am. I get that there's differences in personalities and styles. I get it. But there's still a way to be authentic about it, in my opinion. Hi, Larmon. Your thoughts on Spain? Going to Philippines for El Tacuyo crowning and activities. El Tacuyo Award is pulling in some strings to make it happen. Good for her. Good for her. I'm sure she will be welcomed with open arms from the Filipino community, because you guys are pageant nuts. You guys aren't even pageant fans. You guys are nutty, batshit crazy. Like, you guys are the craziest pageant fans, and I love you for it. But, like, because I live in the United States, like sometimes you guys tell me, someone told me one time, they said you're trending on Twitter. And I'm thinking they're lying. I'm like, why would I be trending on Twitter? You need like a lot of conversation to be trending on Twitter. They're like, no, you're trending on Twitter. In the Philippines, because pageantry is such a big thing, I guess that my presence is known by a lot of the community. And it took me a long time to understand that, because in the United States, no one would recognize me or know me or care. So when people, there's a huge disconnect between like things that I hear from the Filipino fan base versus the life that I live, because at this point I'm well aware if I step foot in the Philippines without a bag over my head, the likelihood of somebody noticing me is probably really high. But that doesn't exist in the United States. So it's a disconnect to just like get on a plane from San Francisco, everything's normal and you're just a normal human being, and then get off the plane in a different country and there's people staring at you and you're like, why are you, something on my face? It's just a disconnect. Huge disconnect. Let's see. Oh, you're in Bakersfield. Yeah, you're not too. There's some people, there's some fans around. I'm not saying that, like, I know if I were to walk around San Francisco, like white hair and all, someone's going to notice me. One of y'all are going to find me. It happened in Las Vegas, which I don't mind. I think, it catches some fans off guard when they do find me. Catches me off guard too. Especially when I'm like got alcohol in my hand. I'm like, huh? Like, you busted me. Let's see. Hope you watched Miss Puerto Rico, Michelle's apology video for Miss Universe India. Do you think she sounded aggressive towards some of the other contestants like India, Colombia, and Philippines? I think I did see that video. It's just like, my thing is, if you're gonna, you have to choose one or the other. If you want to throw shade, you have to give an explanation for your behavior. People are not going to fault you for your behavior if you explain it. No matter how upset they may be with you, if you explain it, at least they will have respect for you and they can kind of understand. For a lot of the women that were, oh, no. Nope. I don't understand what's happening here, but whoever that is getting banned. That's not cool at all. Not at all. Sorry. But you have to give an explanation for your behavior. What this woman did, and a lot of women make this mistake, is they want to give subliminal messages and put that out into the world without getting an explanation. That would be like me saying Miss Universe Thailand's walk sucked, and then moving on. Like, that would be wrong for me to just get on my platform and be like, yeah, her walk is terrible. Next, and keep going on with the discussion. You can't, that comes off as bashing. That comes off as just like you being mean. If you say something is bad, you have to give an explanation as to why. You have to explain yourself. And a lot of the reason a lot of people were mad at Miss Universe Puerto Rico was because she didn't explain herself. It seemed like she was throwing shade, but it seemed like she was throwing shade without explanation. That comes off as you just being salty and being a bully. So that's why I said in one of the videos, I'm like, either present some sort of context or shut up. Keep your mouth quiet. You cannot take the middle ground of just kind of saying something but not saying something, because it makes you look bad. Whenever I have a problem with somebody, I know to either shut up or tell it all. Because if I stay in the middle and say, I just don't like her. I don't like her. She's ugly and gross and I don't like her. Like, if I did that, I look like a bully. But if I say, I don't like Charlie because she's a hypocrite and a bully and picks on obese women and ridicules them for no reason, I gave context, then people understand. Like, they get it. These women, they don't want to give context. Like, if you're going to have a spine, have a whole spine. Have a whole spine, not a finger bone. Hi, Andrew. Thank you for the super chat. How you doing? I don't really have opinions on Sierra. I haven't watched Sierra since I started a YouTube channel. I think the only time I watched Sierra since starting my YouTube channel was when you guys came to me and told me that she had taken down a video on Miss Earth because the Filipino fan base like came for her and like dragged her. And then, yeah, that's what happened. They came for her and they were like bashing her and they were dragging her. And so she took the video down and she issued an apology. Yeah, that's the only, you guys like got me to, but I don't know how long ago, that was a couple years ago, but that's why I remind the fans that you can get other YouTubers to do certain things. I wouldn't have done it. You're not going to get me to take down a video or retract words or, God forbid, make an apology. You're not getting one from me. Unless it's fake. I'll do a fake one just to make you like more mad at me, but I'm not like about to apologize. Suck it up. It's weird. It's weird. I'd like to participate in Miss Earth next year. What advice would you give me? I want to start preparations now. You should. You should start preparations now. Absolutely start preparations now. I think the one thing that women struggle with the most is the public speaking. You know, the charisma, the public speaking. That can be difficult to develop if you're not used to it. That requires practice. Getting used to just speaking, being in front of people, carrying on a conversation, coming off as confident, that requires practice. So I would start doing that. And it can be difficult to practice because you need somebody to talk to. But quite honestly, get a teddy bear. Get a couple teddy bears, put them on your bed, and carry on a conversation about your platform for 45 minutes straight. Seriously, if you can carry on a conversation about your platform, a one-sided conversation about your platform for 45 minutes, you're doing pretty good. But be interactive. Use your audience. If you have like Instagram and you have a couple hundred people or something, start hosting live streams and talking to people so you get used to it. And you can also listen to yourself and hear and play it back. So you hear kind of what you sound like and you see kind of what you sound like. So you know how to get better. You really need to develop the public speaking ability, because that's what kills a lot of really good performers, is when they get in front of the judges, they start acting really insecure, and they'll be like really closed body language, and they'll like be fidgety, or even I've seen women shaking in front of me during interview, like shaking. I felt so bad. I wanted to hug her, and everything sounds really artificial sometimes. Like you can ask them, how do you feel about, you know, participation in the Miss Earth organization? And I am really excited to be here, and this is just such a wonderful moment, and I anticipate it's going to impact my life for years to come. And it's just like, you can tell that it's not natural. You can tell that they're forcing it. There's just so many subtle things that happen during a conversation that judges will pick up on. It requires a lot of practice. An interview's tough. But by all means, especially if you're going into like the Miss Earth competition, please, for the love of God, have a favorite like environmentalist that you look up to. Please research environmentalists that are actually making an impact within the realm of environmental preservation or something. Please, like, do that. Have that due diligence, because I've seen so many women mess up on that question. And really look into that person's life and look into what they're doing, and like be in depth. Be in depth. Know your stuff. Who's your favorite supermodel right now? Honestly, I stopped keeping track of supermodels a long time ago. My last favorite supermodel was probably Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, who's I think pregnant right now. Like I've been so out of touch with supermodels lately, because a lot of the models that have taken over are like Instagram models, and they can't model for crap. They can't. I'm sorry. You can't. I have another question. How will you handle body shaming? You said maybe how do you handle body shaming? Because how will implies that I will be handling body shaming. Hi, Nestor Bennett. How are you? Ooh, has somebody got a family picture there? Is that a lovely husband I see, Nestor? You guys look really cute in front of a Christmas tree. It's a cute picture. It's super cute. So I would say that question is probably, how do you handle body shaming? And the way I handle body shaming is by going to eat a cookie, because I see nothing wrong with my body. And whatever you see wrong with my body doesn't impact how I feel about it. As long as my body is happy and healthy and keeps me moving and functional and on my path to greatness, then what is there to say about this lovely body that sustains me into the future? And when I choose to change it for better or worse, whatever I see in my eyes, I will do it to my satisfaction, not yours. That's how I feel. And quite honestly, because I'm not like pageant shape right now. I'm not, obese. I'm not fat, but I'm definitely not pageant shape. I'm like a size 8 right now. I like being more of a size 6. Most people like me, like you guys as pageant competitors would be like, you should stay the size 2, with abs and stuff. I honestly don't feel like I'm my prettiest at a size 2. I have no cleavage. Like my booty doesn't move. I don't like that. I just don't like that. It kills me. I truly like being a size 6 because I get to keep some of my cleavage and shape, but I'm also very toned and tight and look great in a bikini. But I'm not a size, I'm a size above a 6. I'm an 8 right now, but I'm definitely not pageant size right now. Not even a little bit. Y'all have seen my thighs, okay? And yet my outfits still slay and I'm still amazing and I still have fun. And it's just like, I have no problem with my body and I change it at a whim all the time. Like when I was a size 2, I got sick of being a size 2 because I felt like I didn't have any curves. I felt like I didn't look good in my jeans. I didn't like it. So then I decided to gain weight and I was happy. But then after like a couple years, I get bored of being like a size 8 or a size 6 and I want to lose weight and be a 2 again. I change my size and body shape the way I change clothes. And that's the way I think of my body. Like if I want to be small, I'll be small. If I want to be big, I'll be big. But no matter what outfit I choose to wear, I'll look sexy regardless. So, and I have bikini pictures at a size 10 and a size 2. And you can't tell me those bikini pictures don't slay. You can't. You can't. In fact, you know what? I'm going to pull it up. Where's my Instagram? Because most people haven't seen it and I feel like spilling tea on myself because it's fun. Where's it at? Instagram. I still see the comment over here though. I hope you will be able to visit Philippines when Miss Earth hopefully does a live pageant next time. I hope you can be a judge. More power, the sovereign. Oh, thank you. I would love to. A lot of people messaged me about visiting the Philippines because they found out when I was a judge, they thought I was going to be there. And, I had to unfortunately let everybody know the pageant is virtual. So I won't be there. But, it's not like I'm happy to have been invited. Like I'm not, I would love to have seen you guys though. Maybe next time, maybe we'll do it again. Ooh, look, tea on me. This will be super fun. Window capture, screen capture. Oh, not that one. We want window capture. That's what we want. Oops, undo that. That was an accident. Look, Devonna, get your they're streaming together. Video capture device. Okay, let's do that. How do I... Nope, give me the little arrow thing. Nah. I swear using a mouse is so complicated sometimes. Boom. So we have my Instagram right here. Let's body judge me. Because I have me at all my various sizes on here. And I think it'll be fun to body judge me. So we're going to do it. Okay. So you guys have seen me basically fit before. Like y'all have seen that. That's nothing new. Everybody's seen the photos. We can scroll down here. But like I was a straight gym rat. I was a total gym rat. Boom. It's very, very obvious. Very clear. That's what I looked like during competition season. And this was me for those of you who are like, oh, you were never going to do a pageant prep right here. And this was fitness competition prep of me practicing posing for on-stage fitness competition. You can see I had muscles and I was a bit built there. I was built. This is the body I like having. This is probably a size 4 though. So it's a little smaller than a 6. But that's the body I like having. See? Muscles, shoulders, all that. All that. And yeah, my waist got super tiny. Super, super tiny. We got down there. So I have the ability to get extremely tiny. And I'll be totally honest, because this was pageant prep, I was getting ready for a pageant. Even though I was like a size 2, I was still very judgmental of my body during this time. Even though I was like a size 2, because the pageant girls, a lot of them around me were still smaller than me. And I still saw myself as being bigger. So being a part of a pageant sometimes can really warp your mindset. Even a fitness competition will do that. Even at my smallest, I was still very judgmental of my body. So it does have an effect. And if you are noticing this woman right here, she is the first runner up for last year's Miss Nevada. I competed with her in a regional pageant. But yeah, so this is me at some of like my smaller sizes and whatnot. Oh, this is, yep, pageant prep still with the rest of the girls. But as you can see, a lot of these girls' thighs, if you look at my thigh and the rest of these girls' thighs, these girls are very, very straight-legged. Like their calf muscles are about the same size as their thigh muscles. But if you look at my thigh, it's just, you see the curve. Like it's very obvious baby got thighs and curve and whatnot, like all that. And I love, oh my God, I love the way that I look in some of these, in these prep photos. Like I loved my body here. But even in this photo, a lot of people would say my thighs are too big to be a pageant girl. It never bothered me, but the way that sometimes they want you to look, I don't agree with. I just didn't agree. I love it. I love my thighs and calves and all that in this. I don't want to look like a stick. Never liked it. Never freaking liked it. I'm looking at the comments over here. Are we spamming? I'm looking at spam. Are you spamming? So that's me. You guys have seen me, you know, skinnier. Boop, boop. Let's right up here somewhere. Oh, see? That's the Miss, what is it? Los Angeles sash? Yeah. Let's go back. Where? Where's the booty, girl? Where's it at? Because I know I got thick. Oh, boom. There we go. See? Now, when I gain weight, it all goes to the butt. Right there. Butt. It's nothing but butt. It's just butt all day. And that's me at like a size 10. Same day, same bikini, same everything. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm like, women can be different sizes and still look great in a bikini. You wouldn't guess that this is a size 10. Maybe if you saw the other photo, because the other photo I do look pretty, like, damn, like them thighs though. Like I admit that the butt and the thighs, like, holy hell, they're big, right? I get it. In this photo, it's not so obvious. The other photo, it truly is. But my proportions are still there. My waist is still there. You know, I don't have things hanging out all over the place. It still works. The thing is, like, for pageant community, because they're not exposed to enough different body types, they see anything that's not stick thin as fat. And that's something that I've advocated against for a long time. Oh, hi, Pink Kitty. Thank you. I see you popping up there. We got cats in the chat, y'all. We got cats in the chat. But yeah, I've never really been ashamed or had a problem with my body at any size. As far as I'm concerned, I look good at all these different sizes. Quite honestly, I know a lot of people that like me better like this than they do like with abs or anything, including my mother. By the way, my mom hates it when I have abs. Hates it, you guys. Like, she really, like, when I say hates it, she hates it. Hates it. But I've always shown, this is, see, I don't want to lose my cleavage. I like having that. But it's always been on my Instagram, all my different forms and different sizes and different things. Usually if I post it on a YouTube video, I would like crop this photo so it's not like so much butt in that photo. But we're on live stream, so I don't mind you guys seeing whatever. I don't mind y'all seeing whatever. But I've always taken pride in the way that I looked. It never really, you know, it never really bothered me. I fluctuate. And then it's like me today, which thighs all day. Thighs all stinking freaking day. Why are we, oh, there we go. Who has a question? I see a question popping up over there. Last question before I go. What would you rather choose? Very beautiful, but not very smart. Oh, Lord have mercy. Or very smart, but not very beautiful. Very smart, but not very beautiful. Because beauty is subjective, and I can make anybody beautiful. I can make anybody beautiful. Beautiful isn't necessarily a matter of physical stature. It's more of a factor of styling. That's really what it is. Choosing the appropriate hair color, the hair cut, the style, what you wear, how you dress, how you present yourself, because you're not really going to be perceived as beautiful if you really don't have the confidence behind it. I would much rather go for very smart, because I can turn anybody into somebody beautiful. It's not my husband, wish. It's Uncle Jesse, John Stamos. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, we could totally just say that's your man though. We should. That's so cute. It does look like, because I'm looking at like a tiny circle. I can't enlarge it, but it totally looks like the cutest couple photo, Nestor. I wonder if I could do that and make it super convincing so people thought I have a boyfriend instead of sitting over here being hopelessly single. Wouldn't that be nice? I should totally try that. It's super cute though, and it looks so real. Oh my god. Do you watch America's Next Top Model? I mean, I used to. I don't think it hi Pink Kitty, you're back. I don't think that America's Next Top Model is happening anymore, but I used to watch it religiously. Yeah, you want to see some harsh criticism, Tyra will get you together. Absolutely. Your opinions on lesbians and transgender joining the Miss Universe or any international pageants? Okay. We gotta stop. We gotta stop there. There is nothing that connects being a lesbian with being transgender. That is not a correlation. Being a lesbian, that is somebody's sexual preference. Being transgender is an identity. It's not even on the same playing field whatsoever. You can be trans and also be a lesbian. You see? Like, it's not the same. There's nowhere near. So, like, Miss Universe Philippines this year was lesbian. And quite honestly, I'm like, people have asked me, what do I think about it? And I'm like, that's like asking me, what do I think about Miss Universe Norway being straight? Okay? Like, why should I have to think about it? It's not something I think about. Because your sexual preference does not impact your performance. The moment it impacts your performance, I'll care. But outside of that, I don't care. It doesn't impact your performance. So that's why I'm like, I'm super surprised when anybody makes a big deal out of it, because it has nothing to do with her performance. Are people being prejudiced against lesbians? Is that what? I would hope not, because it just sounds ridiculous. It just sounds ridiculous. It's, first of all, the hypocrisy of me being a woman up here, you know, fangirling about sexy women. If you were prejudiced against lesbians, there's no reason for you to be watching me, a woman, fangirl about sexy women. Yeah, I'm straight, but I could understand if it gives off certain vibes. Like, it's just. Oh, Bay is bi. I didn't know she's bi. You see? This is what I mean. Because I don't care. The reason I didn't know that she's bi is because I don't care. Like, okay, more, look, as far as I'm concerned, she's the one winning because that gives her more options than the rest of us. Good on you, girl, making the right decision. You got lucky. I wish I could be like that. Because I feel really stifled being stuck with just men. I feel like if I was bi, I'd have a girlfriend. I would. I wish. But no, I'm stuck with men and I still haven't found the right one. You see how hard it is for us straight people out here? Meanwhile, Miss Universe Philippines gets to have all the people. She just has everybody. That's just great for you. What are your thoughts about Philippines withdrawing MGI? You can't. Are you guys doing that? You can't be doing that. That can't be happening. You guys wouldn't, and you can't. Number one, mom would cry. MGI is her pageant. Like, that's the pageant she watches. And she loves watching the Philippines because she's a Philippines simp. We talked about that. Y'all can't take Philippines out of... You can't do that to us. No. You can't do that. Can't do that. I refuse. I refuse. Like, did MGI mess up this year not having Philippines in finals? Yeah, they did. They did. They did. But come on, guys. You can't rage quit the competition and be like, I don't want to play anymore. Like, don't do that to us. We need you there. Okay? We need you there. Miss Utah 2020 is a lesbian woman who successfully participated in Miss USA 2020, and it didn't really matter to the other contestants. Yeah. I don't even understand why anybody brings it up, because it's like, okay. Like, okay. Okay. Just okay. Let me see. Oh my goodness. I'm looking. Yeah, America's Next Top Model was canceled a long time ago. All right. Honestly, dropping MGI means losing support for the queens vying for the MGI crown, so I agree. Yeah, don't drop MGI. Do not drop MGI. But we've had a nice little discussion today, and, you know, we all got to talk about my body and the different forms that it takes. You know, so if you run up to me in Florida, look, I'm probably like a size, no, I'm a size 8. I'm a size 8. I'm still a size 8. But come this summer, I'll probably be around I'll be a size smaller because I like being a 6. So I'm in the process of becoming a size 6 so that I can run around in a tiny bikini. But yeah, you know, don't be surprised. Baby got booty. I never hid it. Okay. We will be having more discussions on the channel outside of pageantry because there's a lot to talk about. I mean, we get to talk about guys and relationships and, you know, the fact that I'm completely and totally single. You guys are always asking if I would date like certain people. And I'm like, hey, don't ask me if I would date an Asian man unless you have an Asian man to bring me. Are you asking for somebody? Because I want to know who's asking. You got an Asian brother that needs some talking to? I will slide the digits. Okay. Don't tease me. Your girl is single. Your girl is single. You guys go, you know what? The pageant community is super helpful. I'm going to send you guys on a hunt for my future husband. Like, I'm gonna hand it to you guys. You guys get to select him and then bring him to me. Just bring him over here. You guys go find him. That is gonna be your next, that's gonna be your next job, because the pageant community, when they come together to get stuff done, you guys get stuff done. I might have to use you as a matchmaking service. You guys are kind of impressive, a little impressive and useful. What is this? How do you feel that you are famous in the Philippines pageant community? I don't feel like I am. Like, it's because, like I said, there's a disconnect between me living in the United States and living in the Philippines. So I only feel it when you guys tell me, or when like the fan base comes out of nowhere and they're just like, I can't believe you said that. And I'm like, you're still surprised at my behavior after all these years. But it's fun because it makes me feel like I have friends. You know, when I was first uploading some of these videos for YouTube, I would sit outside of the library because the library was closed. I would sit outside of the library for hours at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, so that I could use their Wi-Fi to get the videos uploaded. And I would like sit out there and be cold and it would be raining and everything, but I'm trying to get the videos up and I'm using their Wi-Fi. And that's the memories that I have. I don't think of myself as somebody special because I never felt like I was. I just felt like I want to play with my friends. I want to have conversation with my friends. I don't know. That's all I wanted, was just to have a community. So I'm happy that I have a community. People forget that I was uploading YouTube videos when I had 1,000 subscribers. I was uploading YouTube videos when I had 10,000 subscribers. I went through hell to upload videos when I had 10,000 subscribers, by the way. Like, I was out, like, that's when I was outside in the rain trying to get videos uploaded. So when people try to make it seem like it's all about numbers to me, it's like, it's never been about numbers. Because I was going above and beyond long before I was notable. I just like having a court and people to chill with. Because when I was in Los Angeles, I didn't have friends. Los Angeles is not a friendly place. It really isn't. So I just wanted some like actual friends and people I could talk to. And I'm happy with that. So yeah, whenever outsiders get mad at me, it's like, but I don't care about y'all because I didn't build this court for you. I didn't come here for you. I came here for them, not you. So you being mad outside of my castle walls means nothing. Nothing. But don't worry. I see you down there, Snid. Is it Snid? Snid? We are growing steadily. And like I said, we're going to reach 100K this next year, 2022. Probably before summer we'll reach it. So how freaking fun is that going to be? We're going to have a plaque over here. I can't wait. Look, okay, this is the end of the stream sort of, and there's only like 100 of you here so I can say these things because I like having surprises. But I just bought, Charlie Gold has a lot of subscribers. Look, don't even get me started. I just bought an entire like vocal studio setup for this little spot over here. A high quality microphone, a whole vocal studio setup, all that stuff, because I'm planning to bring a lot of new stuff to the channel because I'm always trying to innovate and be more creative and bring stuff that is different. So I have all of that coming very soon. But I want to make sure that it's presentable in a way that I am satisfied with. I do not like doing subpar things. So until it's up to my standards, you won't see it. But once it's up to my standards, you guys are going to be floored. And I'm so excited. So yes, it will be saved. This live will be saved. I'm super excited. I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that does the same thing every single year. I want to do new things and surprising things and just more things. So I'm learning all the different technical, behind the scenes things. I'm learning how to use After Effects, you guys. We will be using After Effects. And if you don't know what After Effects is, hi, Larmon. You've got fans in Philippines for sure. I'm aware. I know it's crazy. I will come to visit you guys. I totally will. It's way weird to even think. When you live a life where you're alone all the time and you're not used to people really caring, it's really hard to convince yourself that people do care. So that's the world I've been living in. It's like, y'all care? Really? Seriously? Like when I got sick and people were checking up on me, I'm not used to that. Like I was like, people are checking for me? Because like in the past, I didn't have people that would. So y'all are like, you guys keep me together and sane and make me feel happy. But yeah, if you don't know what After Effects is what movie studios use to bring special effects into the movies. So when you see like magic happening or fire, or, crashes or different wacky camera angles or people falling from the sky and all that stuff, I'm learning how to use that because we will be having special effects in some of the videos in the future. On top of, I have the vocal setup coming. I've talked about that with some of you guys before, so I'm working with that. The entire living room at this point is likely going to be turned into like a filming movie studio setup. Like I'm taking over my house living room. So I have a lot planned for this channel. It's gonna be wild. I mean wild, but I'm going to test. You'll see it coming. Trust me, you'll see it coming. But it's hard to explain because it sounds fictional. It sounds fictional, the things that I'm getting ready to do. But Amazon needs to hurry up and bring me my shipments. Yeah, straight special effects. You guys will be seeing many more of the muses. I need to, what is it? We're going to see more of the muses. I need to redo the intro video because I've had the same intro for a long time and I want to do a very special intro. I want to do a very special outro. So we're going to be reworking that. I want to do a full recorded song with myself and the muses. There's a lot that I'm planning to do. So Oh my gosh, but I'm excited. My creativity is buzzing. How do you find Ashley Graham's hosting skills during the Miss Universe 2016 pageant in the Philippines? It wasn't bad. You know, I think Ashley Graham has enough charisma to be able to carry a hosting gig. I enjoy having a very exciting host. Like, that's what everybody wants, is an exciting host. A host job is to keep the audience energized and engaged and excited. That is the job of a host. And the person that really fulfilled this the most, I think, was Steve Harvey. I think there are people that probably could do it better than Steve, but Steve's been doing a pretty good job so far, but we're not going to have him again. So I don't know who they're going to have hosting. Bro, I freaking wish it was me. I wish it was me. I wish. Do you have plans on attending Miss USA? Honestly, that's a good question. If they're holding Miss USA in like this spring, possibly. I might possibly have to go because I've never been. So that's a possibility. Honestly, I'm not going to count that out. I'm not going to count that out. The intro will be amazing memory. Oh, don't worry, because I know that's like some people are going to think that I'm getting rid of my intro song, okay? My intro song will not change. When I say I want to redo the intro, I want to redo the visuals of the intro. I'm keeping the same theme song. I love my theme song. So the intro theme song, it's a bop. I've played it on accident in my car a couple times because my video came on and my speakers were like bopping. I'm not changing my song, but I do feel like visually I could put together a really good visual intro that would be like impressive to everybody. I'm working for you guys. Like, I want to make things better. Every year you should see my videos transforming and growing. And I think I have been doing that from year to year. If you go back into 2018, 2019, you can see how my videos have changed and gotten better. So at this point, I think I'm a decent YouTuber, and most YouTubers would be happy here. I'm not. I want to be amazing. I want to be outstanding. I want to be like different. I want to be creative. I want, like, when you have to explain to people what my channel is, I want you to stutter and be like, because it's so difficult to explain, because it's more than just pageantry. Like, she talks about, but then she does this. That's what I want. That's what I want. So I'm working on different things. I kind of want to go to the gym again because I kind of have energy right now, but you guys know what's coming. I'm super excited for like this vocal thing to be set up so I can test it and work with it and see what's happening. I wanted to do a Christmas surprise, but I got it edited and mastered. I actually went to a whole studio to get that mastered and edited, and it's still not up to my standards, so I didn't release it. So my mom thinks it's really good. Other people think it's good, but it's not up to my standards. So until it's up to my standards, I can't show my audience, because I first impressions, and I need them to be happy, and I want them to see the good work. Everything's got to be good. So until it's up to my standards, y'all don't get to see it. I don't do crappy stuff. Let the muses do a reaction video to marble racing. We are going to do that, Andrew. We are going to do that. We're getting a reaction to marble racing and 2015's Miss Universe crowning. Yeah. I've been excited. When I say I have entire books full of videos and stuff, where is this? I'm missing a book because I have one. Oh, here it is. I have a book dedicated to my court, and I have another book dedicated to videos. So this is just some of the videos because I haven't transferred all of it over. These are just some of the videos right here. I got pages and pages and pages of videos, you guys. Like, I've got, and this has nothing to do with the muses, because the muses video list is in my phone, and that one is just a mile long. It's like literally, I don't even know if you guys can see that because it doesn't do anything, but I promise you it goes on, like it scrolls on forever. I wonder if I turn does it work like that? Oh, you can kind of see it. Yeah, there it is. See? You can kind of saw it for a second because my freaking, what is it? Light turned, but yeah. It just goes on forever. There's so much. So much. So much. And yeah, there's just a lot. So you guys know what's chit-chatting. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I'm probably going to lay in my bed and think up more YouTube videos because that's what I do for fun. If you like, my brain never stops working. I lay down and think about YouTube videos. I go to the gym and I come up with more YouTube videos. Like, it's constantly YouTube videos coming out of my brain. And I already have too many ideas. Unstoppable. But that's what I'm about to do. I wish I could go to sleep, but I might go to the gym. We'll see. But I will do another live stream in the future. And I'm happy that this worked, me letting you guys know ahead of time. So that was great. And the live will be saved. But I'm going to go. Because it's 10 o'clock on the dot. Oh, this is working out beautifully. Exactly 10 o'clock. Great. Philippines, those of you in the Philippines area, it's the middle of the day for you. But it's nighttime for me, and I'm going to try to go to sleep or I'll go to the gym and bug Amazon for my packages. I love you guys. I will see you in a future.